Hi, my name's Derek Tye, and hopefully you caught the intro to our class. We are teaching the subject basically on how to become the best real estate agent possible. So today's big subject is the big why, and really you need to start with this before you do anything else. So you might be asking, what is a big why? Well, it's a purpose. It's a compelling purpose that propels you through your life. Well, what's that mean? Well, how about a dream? The big dream in your heart that only you have, that no one else can take away. It's also larger than life. This is something that will carry you through for the rest of your life. Like, what is really just burning inside you that you want to do? And also, it is your mission. I mean, this can actually turn into your personal mission statement. This is what you've been uniquely called by God to do in your life. Finally, it's all about you. Your big why is going to be different than my big why. So you need to figure out what that is before you really create your real estate empire like we're talking about. So the first thing we're going to do today is talk about the why and the what. So you might be saying, well, what is that? Well, most people focus on stuff and money. They might say, Derek, I want to earn $1 million. Okay, I want to become a millionaire real estate agent. I want to have 5 rental properties. I want to have a Ferrari. Okay, my thinking is on that, this is my opinion, but those are all things, and that's stuff, and that's a number. That's not really going to drive you through when things get really hard. You're not going to be thinking about that Ferrari when you're, working your 80th hour on a week and you're, haven't seen your family in a while and all that. You're going to start losing focus because honestly, it's just stuff. And you're going to realize that one of these days. So for me, my personal big why is going to be different than your big why. My big why is a lot about my wife and my family and serving the community. So, and I can go into a lot more detail on that in the future, but those are the things that carry me forward. It's not about the money I make, it's not about the amount in my bank account. That big why is what's driving me. So I believe that you need to know your why before you know the what in your life. So if you really want to serve your family at a high level, if you want to get your mom into a house and she's never owned a home, if you want to find a relative that's been struggling for a long time, the number that it's going to take to get there, that's quantifiable. Yeah, I need $1 million in the bank account so then I can serve this person or I can buy this person a house. But do you understand what I'm saying? You have to start with the why before you know the what, which is the dollar amount. So here's the next part. I believe that when you figure this out, you're going to work smarter, you're going to work harder, you're going to work more diligently, you're going to get to that next season where you couldn't beforehand. Does that make sense? So once you know that burning, driving why part of this, then everything else starts falling into place. I also believe that if you don't know your big why, you're headed for burnout. What's burnout? Well, if you work so many hours in a week and you're like, crap, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore, that's burnout. It's like, I don't want to pick up the phone one more time. I don't want to make one more call. I don't want to call that person back that just called me. Those are all things that you're going to say, you know what, I'm kind of done. That's burnout. Well, if you have the big why, the fact is that you're always going to let that supersede the burnout. I mean, everyone has their moments in this world and moments in life, but I can tell you that they're going to go farther and further smaller down on your priority list once you've had your big why in place. The next thing is you need momentum. If you have a big, strong why, you're going to create momentum in your life. Energy. People are going to come around you and go, I like your big why, and I have my own, but they're kind of similar. You're going to be in sync with people a lot more. You're going to be able to create business alliances. You're going to be able to have employees. You're going to be able to have partners, all because they go, this guy has a pretty strong big why, and I see him actually doing it every day. You also get to collect all these journey experiences with others, and you get to relate them to what that big why is. So you've got the people, you've got the what and the why. Now you need to know who's going to be on the journey with you. Well, guess what? If you got the big why dialed in really tight, then those people will start coming along. The people that have opposite big whys, they probably aren't going to be part of your world, and you probably are going to want it that way. So the next part is how do you develop a big why? You need to ask yourself, what is my opinion of success? Is success the $1 million mark? Is it being home with my family every night and every weekend? Is it being able to send my kids to college? You need to define that for yourself. You also need to define, are you living someone else's dream or living your dream? I can tell you right now that if you go your whole life saying, well, my dad always wanted me to do this, my mom wanted me to do this, and my friends in high school all said we were going to do this, that's not living your dream. You need to figure out what's important to you. The next thing is are my goals serving others or are they only involving myself? So if your big goal is, I want to earn $1 million, I want to have a penthouse mansion, and I want 5 cars. That's about you. Now, there's nothing wrong with having cool stuff. Trust me, I like cool stuff too. But if that's the number one driving reason of your big why, then unfortunately, you probably need to take a little look at that, because you're probably not serving others at a high level. The next thing in this is you need to say, what are my core beliefs? And that's a whole nother topic we're going to talk about next, is core beliefs in the next class. The next one is, what am I willing to sacrifice in order to get what I want to do? Is it late nights? Is it time away from your family? Is it your personal comfort? Everyone's got different things that they're willing to sacrifice. So the next thing you want to do is ask yourself, what do I want others to remember me by when I'm gone? I mean, that's kind of a morbid question. A lot of us don't really like to talk about, but what do you want on your tombstone? There's an old pizza commercial about that, right? So do you want someone to remember you as the person who was always striving to get the next dollar? Do you want them to say, wow, that person really contributed to our community? Do you want them to say, wow, he was a father of 5 kids and those kids ended up becoming leaders in the community? Do you want it to be, hey, that guy started a nonprofit organization serving special needs people? Whatever your thing is, how do you want to be remembered someday? So then we talk about next steps. So this class is all about getting your big why. So let's talk about how to make this happen. The first thing you need to do is develop a strong personal mission statement. I mean, I can give you mine in here in a second, but there's plenty of books and online resources to help you learn how to actually get that down on paper by putting together your thoughts and actions, and then your mission statement can change throughout your life. Don't feel like once you write it down, that's it. The next thing you want to do is put your mission statement and big why somewhere prominent. So I like to start with a bathroom mirror, or maybe on your dashboard of your car, just don't read it while you're driving, or maybe it's in your office right above your computer. But you need to revisit this mission statement and the big why often, so you remember really what you're all about. The next thing to do is share your mission statement and big why with family, friends, or a partner. Make sure that others know about what your big why is and that you're able to talk about it. Because once you've shared that with somebody and they know what your personal mission statement is, when you start making decisions in life, we all have to make 1,000 decisions a day. Someone might be able to hold you accountable and say, you know what, you're saying you want to do this, but your actions are saying this. We're going to talk about accountability in a later session here as well. You want to know that somebody's really looking out for you. The last things you want to do are find out every day to live out loud. And what do I mean like that? Well, I mean that you want to see your mission statement, read your big why, and actually do it. You can hypothetically talk about this stuff all day long. Okay, the next thing you need to do is read your mission statement out loud every day. There's a huge power in your voice. When you put something out in the universe and you say, this is my mission statement, when I do that every day, it actually helps remind me personally, but it also, I feel like other people can hear it, and the universe kind of responds to you. I feel like, if you have a mission, things start kind of lining up with that. So my personal mission is to build, inspire, and love others so that they live up to their God-given calling and live life to the fullest. I say that out loud every morning, so I've memorized it. You need to have one, and probably a year from now I might tweak it again. But I want to inspire other people to live life to the fullest. So last, I want you to give yourself permission to change this mission statement and big why. Whatever you believe in today, it may not be 100% what you believe tomorrow, so give yourself permission to change it. That means go ahead and throw it down in writing, do the best you can, and then modify it over time. You may be striving for something really big in your life, and you realize later, I don't really want that thing. And that's okay, because we change a lot. I heard a statistic the other day that said that millennials will change careers 7 times from the day that they start working, go to college, and the time that they retire someday. 7 careers. I don't know if that stat's true or not, but think about it. You could start off as a nurse and become a doctor, and then maybe decide you want to get into real estate, crazy career like us. Now, this may be your first career choice or your 5th career choice, or maybe you're on level 7. I don't know, but I know it's been great for me, and I hope it's great for you. So stay tuned for all the other classes that we have coming up, and we'd love to stay in touch with you. Go to my website, www.derektye.com. You can give us a call, send us an email or text. Let me know how you're doing with these classes, and I hope that we've inspired you today. Have a great day.